All right, I think we're back. Hello, everybody. Which I got off last night after 5 hours. Got some sleep, did some chores this morning, and we are going to try and pick back up where we left off. Now, I had spent several hours last night gathering materials so that we had a decent inventory of just about everything. We just about everything was going the wrong way there. Just about everything we could think of to start with. I mean, there's a few things that we don't have very much of because they're not super easy to find around here, but this should get us started for now. Um, and when I logged off last night, I had thrown a bunch of stuff into build so that we could get ourselves a few more technology points so that we can unlock some more things for today. So I currently have navigation receivers unlocked so I can install iSAN. And we might just do iSAN mono to start with before we get too crazy. And then I can also unlock a few things, like I want to get tier 2 generators unlocked for a little more efficiency, and also mining lasers. So my next tech focuses are kind of down here to rangefinders, and down through these four to get bigger prop tanks and tier 2 thrusters and generators. So that's our, I'm not going to say that's the goal for today, but that is what we're going to pay attention to for the next little bit. I'm going to try and do some building there. I might, this ship has these 4 hard points already laid out like this, so I assume he was thinking that you would put iSAN quad there, and I might do that for the time being. I think eventually I will wire some hard points down here and get them at least covered. I don't like them sticking out like that. I also might build some radiator bases and fill these just so there's plenty of radiators going. I don't have an issue with heat, but once we upgrade generators, then we might generate a little more heat. So these are all T1 generators. There is 4 fuel chambers, and it looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That makes 10, 12 generators. So 4 fuel chambers, 12, or yeah, excuse me, big yawn. 4 fuel chambers, and they're matching 12 generators. He has them in this configuration so that they are as far apart as everything is spread out as far as possible, yet they're all still touching so that they don't have to be piped individually. I'm not even sure where he has them piped now that I think about it. Where is the socket boards? There they are. I knew he'd hide in some. So he's got the socket boards on the bottom, which is a smart idea, but he has ducting all over this. He smartly ducted everything so you could put socket boards anywhere. And just duct right into the nearest, or pipe right into the nearest duct without any issues at all. So, all right. Well, I have not learned those yet. So let's see. What do I want to do first? Do I want to do the iSAN first? Because I have to. You know what? I will build the iSAN quad and sit it there. But I'm not going to worry about the coding. I'll do that while you guys aren't. I'll do that in between streams. You don't want to watch me copy and paste a bunch of code. So let us find. There we go. Let's build 1, 2, 3, 4 of those. And let's go over to this menu and see what we can unlock. 700 and 300 easy. 2,200 easy. Easy stuff. Look at that. We're just rifling through this. I don't need those yet, but I do want the bigger prop tanks. Oh, when I clicked that one, it unlocked both of those. Interesting. I don't need that yet, and I'm I don't need this stuff yet. Let's see what we got over here. Material point scanner. Look at this. Ore collector. Mining laser. Oh, we're just getting it all. Cables, rangefinders. Well, that was way too easy. I was thinking I was not going to have nearly enough points for that. That was I'm going to go with uninspiring. I see some people watching this morning. Hello. How are you guys doing? It is Paper. Hi, Paper. You can place radiator base straight onto the heatsink. Yep, the radiator bases go right on the heat sinks. Let me go back there and you can tell me if I'm thinking it wrong. I can do radiator bases onto these. I don't necessarily think I need them. That's what he has them here for, ready for upgrades, but I figured if I was just gonna, they were just easy peasy to bolt in, I would just get them done. Heatsink cubes. That's the thing next to the gens. Yeah, I stuck those heatsink cubes in there because I built a whole bunch of them in order to get some. I slapped all but one of those in there because they were a good way to get some tech points. They're overkill probably, but I needed points and then I don't think they hurt. But I want to upgrade all of this to Tech 2 and I want to face them this way. And I might leave a gap in the middle to walk through because I hate having to go under the ship and out this way. So I might play with the orientation a little bit. Oh, I can place radiator bases straight. Oh, that's right, because those heat sinks, if I look right, those heat sinks have like a duct built into them, huh? Hi, Damage. Good morning. Well, not morning, evening. Good evening, both of you. Interesting. That's definitely food for thought. Instead of having to put them on hard points, I might be able to mount the heat sinks up here somewhere and mount the radiators right to them, kind of move them all outside. Interesting thought. Food for thought. Like I could take these arches all out and just march a row of them right there. And then just pipe one of those heat sinks into this ducting. Or I could probably even find a way to sit it on top of something that'll work without a need for a pipe. That I did not know. See, that's why you're here. That's why you're here. Well, I see a few people are trickling in. I didn't expect very many people. I say it's noon, but you guys are all over the place. So I guess it is evening where you guys play. So yeah. Hello, 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 everybody. Feel free to chime in with your suggestions and criticisms. That's what the whole point of this is. You're not just watching me play. This is a learning experience. Let's see. I built something, didn't I? Let's turn off the materials. What did I build? Oh, I built the 4. I think I'm gonna just bolt those into place and be done. I don't like them sticking up here, but I think this was the intended place for them. So we will. Oh, I can't auto bolt them. You're not gonna auto bolt? No. Let me turn the music down. Which one is that? That is this one. There we go. All right, bolt these in. these 4 holes in the middle. All right. So those are in. I don't have them coded yet, but at least they're sitting there. And then, did I build generators? No. So this currently has 4 fuel chambers, 12 generators. Oh man. I think I should probably leave it at that for now and not expand it just yet. I don't have any issue with... Yeah, there were already hard points here. So that says plate frame, but there's a hard point in the middle there. Let's see, if we can peek under the skirt here, so you can see there's hard points up under there. I assume this is what Egomaniac had in mind when he put those 4 in that position. Though I think I'd rather move them inside. I don't like them sticking out like that. I did a little reading up. I want to work on the iSand version 2, and I'd like to figure out how to work an offset so that the iSand doesn't show my XYZ from origin, but from my station instead. So I think there is a way to do that. I haven't figured it out just yet, but I'm just going to probably do iSand motto to start with, but I have those done. And I'm trying to figure out how I want to orient the generators, because I'd like to be able to walk down the middle here, because I want to put a floor here and be able to trek from the cockpit. I'm going to take these beams out and drop this stuff down and use this as the deck level instead of this kind of stepped deck level. So I think, or do I just, oh, see, I am so waffly on this other stuff. So I think he intended for it to step down here. So it's supposed to be flat across here and then step down, which is fine. But I want a way to walk back where the storage for the fuel rods is, instead of having to go out of the bottom of the ship and back up. So if you do gen upgrades, only to T2 and 3, right, I'll have to replace everything that's T1 here with T2. So I'll have to change the rods, the chambers, and the generators. Though you can stick T1 enhancers on them, right? That doesn't have to go to T2. But let's get them building. T1 enhancers still work. Excellent. So let's put power, and then if I'm still in this, all right. So we want tier 2 generator fuel chambers tier 2. We want 4 of those because we're just going to straight what's that seed? Oh, the meter upgrade. I have to crafting bench. Oh, I don't have Kuotonium. Son of a biscuit. Why would I need the one thing? Yeah, it's zone 4. I'd have to go all the way across zone 3 or all the way back to origin. This is the... Well, you know what? I'm going to put that off for right now then, because I don't want to have to make you guys watch hours of me flying one place or another, so let's put that off for now. Me flying through space is not entertainment. So, let's work on something else. What else we got? I got ISAN. I got the receivers put down. I don't have ISAN in, obviously. I got the receivers put down. And let's see what else is on the list here. Oh, and to move the levers, add decking. I did thrusters. I unlocked these. To done. I haven't done ISAN. You want to see where I want to put the panels for ISAN? Yeah, I have to figure out what panels are even necessary at this point. I have a lot of space here because that's the whole point. I want to move these levers. So why don't we just do that next? Let's if I put a little beam, let's see. How many do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You know what? Well, there's an easy fix here for now. So if I do this, how do we determine how to rotate this now? This way. There we go. That. Unload this. This. Unbolt. Unbolt. Rotate. Unbolt. Rotate. There's not quite enough room there. It's always something. It's always something. I could add another section there, I suppose. How are these doubled up? So that's a 72 by 72. That's why there's 6. So I have to put another one. How many more do I have? 3. I wonder. Alright. Get these off the dash, because I don't like them where they're wasting space in front of me. Now they should all still work though, right? Let's see. Nope. Get in the seat. Gotta bolt them down. That's funny. Sort of. It will be better once I get a little used to it. So, I mean, it was easier for me to to rotate there, for sure. But it's gonna have a little bit of a learning curve. All right, I just want to make sure they all work. Excellent. So now, I dislike this whole layout, but sounds normal, yeah. There's definitely a learning curve to it. Why are you? Well, you're not ready, said Tool. Oh, I'm in the seat. That's the problem, isn't it? Ha. All right. I prefer vertical panels, like rotated 90 to right from now. Vertical panels. These, you mean? You're calling these horizontals and you prefer them to be vertical? Yes. I would agree, except then the words are sideways, and there's something about that that irks me. So if I could have vertical panels where the wording was correct, then I'd probably agree with you. So transponder, you can be over there because I'm not going to use you very much. All right, I don't know where anything's going to be, but let's see. I would like some indicators on. All right. So ISAN's going to take. I should be able to take ISAN, run the output through a YOLO chip, and put it on a grid panel, right? One of those text grid panels, those nice digital panels, instead of just the normal text panels, as long as I push it to the panel from a YOLO chip, correct? So I'll have to look at some of those, but I'm going to need a couple of YOLO chips. Chip parts, devices. I like those. All right, 1, 2 for now. And we will 6. Stick you there and you there for now. Do I have to bolt these in? I don't remember. I always feel like I should. All right, so let's see. I want to do something for. I want to do something a little different for fuel indicator. Where are those? Not progress bars. Simple buttons. What is the difference between a warning light button? What is the difference between a warning light button and a simple button? For state switch like a pen. These are both colored. Blue, red, green, white. Red, orange, green, blue. Okay, so the colors for sure. So I want red, orange, green, I suppose. Yeah, I don't need to put it all on one. I got lots of dashboard space. All right, I'm gonna try 2, 3, 4. Alright, we'll try 4 of those for now and see. Yeah, it looks like the difference is one was red, green, white, and blue, and the other one's red, green, orange, and blue. That seems like a pretty minimal difference. Oh, I keep trying to use the scroll to rotate it as opposed to the just moving the mouse. That's the thing that I'm going to have to. The only part I dislike about these is they just chopped a button. Like it's not symmetrical. Oh, snapping is the worst. I don't have a choice. Yeah, if you make a block, I was hoping to make a row of them as opposed to a block of them. Why will you not go next to it? Alright, I probably have to rotate it. That's what it wants. Oh, this is so cumbersome still. There we go. Now you'll snap there. Scenario, good morning. Oh yeah, that whole stick them in space thing. And then ram them out into space. Evening, yes, evening. 6 hours difference, I forget. I think you all are in that time zone today. 2 Germans and Poland. Can I hold them both down with one screw and bolt? Alright. So, I want to use these as warning indicators, so let's see. Let's try a data field here. And how do I want to do this? Button state. 2 bolts needed for 2 button. You don't think that'll stay on like that? Okay. Bolting displays is one of the things I hate the most in Starbase. Like, these should not need to be bolted. They should be welded, if anything, because those bolts are just atrocious. Yeah, they're ugly. Alright, so we're going to call this button state, button color, button blink. So and we're going to let's call this one prop light 1, and this one prop light 2, and this one, just bear with me. This is probably going to be painful to watch as I struggle to decide how I'm going to do it. I have no plan. I have an idea. I do not have a plan. Ha! Far points to learning German. Yeah, I'm still pretty much on how to say thank you. So can I translate? Does Google Translate in the chat? Come on, type there. Prop light. And I think we're on number 4, hopefully. 4, 3, okay. What do we call the gas network stored? I hate that. We're gonna change one of these tank names. Gas network resource to prop, and oh, I apparently didn't catch that. Stop it. Prop X. Okay. All right. Let's see here. Let's see. Prop per is equal to max. Prop percentage would be prop divided by prop max. If pause it. Really? You're not gonna let me? If prop. See, now you're just making fun of me. Something about learning the English and your Dutch. See, I can pick out some words, like English, and I think spricht means speak, right? If ooh, see, now I have to think about this. Prop light 4 is equal to 1. If, and that's going to be a percentage, right? This is where I look done. I learn him English. I should see. Let's see here. Gas network is 97. That should be, because it should have 10. That should be above 0.9. Let me do the math. Make sure I want to see what 97. Yeah, so that light should be on. Prop light 4. Oh, I didn't push play. That's part of it. Does that light turn on? Oh. That's not turning on. Come on. What am I doing? Upper equals prop divided by prop max. Prop percentage is greater than 90. It won't work? Hi, Sylvester. I love when my first time chat is telling me I'm a failure. I'm used to it though. Welcome. Tell me what we're doing wrong. Yeah. Oh, that's right. I got you. I got you. Because these all are globals. These are both global variables. I forget that. Thank you. I would have eventually figured that out. Maybe. See, now the light's on. Excellent. So the idea is I just want to do a bunch of... So, here, let me close that and I'll explain. Let me explain the plan. So, all four should be green when the gas is above 90%. At 75%, that light should turn off. And these three will be green. And then they'll go to orange when we're down to 50%. And at 25%, this one goes to red and flashes. Does that make sense, everyone? See? I don't want it to be too fancy, but I want to do something. So I was thinking if, and I'll have to also change, oh, I don't have that value assigned over here because I need the color. Button color, so it'll have to be prop L for C for color, and I don't know what color that is. 1, no, 2, yes. Six whole viewers. Is this your first time in here, Sylvester, or did Happy bring you one of his times the last few days? All right, so I should be able to copy, essentially copy this, and then maybe change them. So if it is, oh, I might need additional lines to get all. So if it's 75, then it's 0, and prop. Or should I assign all of them? Yeah, that's probably a better idea. And use a bunch of go-tos to jump around. If it's greater than 90, then we do these two. Then we get as much on these lines as prop. I really like ESCon, and I watch some Starbase on Twitch too. You're just... Oh, yeah. See, sometimes it's a good thing to be the only one, right? Even if you're terrible and the choices are limited enough, I'm okay with that. All right. I'm trying to think what's going to be the best way to do this. If do I count? Which way do I stack the if statements, from down to up or up to down? Because I want to. So if we go, like if I do it's less than 90, then we'll end up going to somewhere down here for now. It'll have to be a, else it's just going to go to the next line where we assign all the values. Prop L4 equals 1, prop L3. I'm trying to keep it not confusing. L1 equals 1. You can probably do it all in one line without ifs. But there has to be some sort of an if in order to adjust to assign the different situations. Color takes a number 1 or 2. Actually, it takes a number 0, 1, 2, or 3 in this situation. Well, it's going to be red, green, or orange. So multiple it. I'm thinking through what you're saying. So a comparison returns either true, 0, or 1 as true or false. I got that. Equals. Oh, that's so much simpler. So, because that's going to give me prop4 equals the true or false is in the parentheses, which is going to return the 1 or the 0. If it's 0, it's still 0. If it's 1, it turns it into a 2. This is why there's professional coders in the world. I absolutely see what you're doing. Right. You have to show. Okay. I like what you're doing, and I understand it. I've just told myself I'm not going to just slap code in that I don't understand for the most part. I might when it comes to ISAN and triangle. Understood. Understood. That way I'm saying it great because there's so little line length. So right, and then I get so full is going to be 90%. It's going to be 0.90%, and then yeah, 3/4. Yeah, that's what T is for, 3/4, because that makes total sense. Equals 0.75. H equals H is half for 0.5, and E is for near empty for 0.25. I got you. And then now I have single letter variables instead of having to do that each time. So proplet 4 is equal to well, so like so like if I'm going to close this and I'm going to try to explain it again. So if it's full, I want these all to be like this. Right? Easy enough. You got that one, right? When it's 75% full, I just want this one to turn off. I wonder, because you can't even, can you tell it's off? Oh yeah, when my light's not on. So I just want that one to turn off. When we get down to half full, I want it to be like this. Is that 1? Is that the color? Yeah. You. Ugh. I want to. Nope. What is orange? 0? What color is orange? Oh yeah, that was orange. The difference between orange and red is very slight. So 1. So when we're at half full, this is what it looks like. And when we're less than 25%, I want it like this and like this. Does that make sense to you, Sylvester? So I get how these two, it's when we get down to these two that they're green, they're all green when we're up here, but they change colors as they come down. I know that's probably an unnecessary detail, but this is more about learning than anything. I'd even thought about changing all these to whatever the blue one is so that they're obviously different. When it works, then upgrade it to more complicated. See, now you're talking sense, and I'm not down with that, Sylvester. This is supposed to be a cluster from beginning to end. All right, I get what you're doing though. If it's not impossibly hard, it's not the right way to do it. All right, so let's get it to work this way first. Let's see, I am literally just going to copy paste this over here, and we're going to change this to just a P and put a parenthesis back at the beginning there. And then we take out all these spaces because. All right, now we're going to lock this and go over there and look at that. So that should be on and blinking. Or just should be on, not blinking. Should be on. No. Well, yeah, no. Because this just is returning 0 and 1. That was returning 2 at that point, was it not? Make it a make a P. Oh, you just want to assign it there to see if prop 4. See, nope, that's not on. Oh, it's the other way around. It should be. I guess no, you're right. If P is greater than 0. It should be less than. But if we make it a greater than, no, I'm talking out of my ass. So the fuel is currently at 97%. So 97. And I shouldn't have this here. This should be an F anyways, but we'll change if P is greater than F because F is full. So we'll change it to 8, just like your suggestion, and we'll see if that changes anything. Okay, that worked, but is that because P equals 1 here? Okay, so no, that worked. What does 0.8, if I change this back to a 0.9? Nope, now it works, it just magically works. Oh, I see. I see what you're saying. Install a lever so I can manually change the. Um, I understand what you're getting. This button. That's. Yeah, let me make a lever. You're a smart kid. Person. I said kid, but that. I don't know. Lever. All right. Got to make sure and remove this later. Yeah. Yeah. That same assumption would be made for me. All right, bolt you into place. And now we need to assign you a value called fake prop. Let me do one more thing. This way I can actually see what it's damn it. All right, you. Now, this way I can see what the actual value that the lever is giving. No? What is... There's no centering. Why are you getting yanked back to 0? Panel variable resolution. Oh yeah. For whatever reason, that's getting yanked back to center, even though there's no centering. There's nothing assigning fake proc there. Put 0, the max output's 1. Center output 0. Dead zone 0. This isn't a centering lever, so I'm not sure why it's... But... Oh, there we go. It had to do with the center output. Okay. So if we put this at 91%, that light should be on. And if I turn it down, that light goes off. See? This is why you hire the best people to do the work. And then if we... But we want it to be... Okay, we'll just... What we're going to do here is we're going to copy, paste, paste, paste. And we're going to say 3, 3, nope, 3, 2, 1. Go to 1. That way, this should at least... It turns them all on with their current settings. So, Thing is, if I wanted to do more than one thing, like if I wanted to, so like if I want it to turn all those on, but it also wanted to turn them on, and I know I can put these all in one line. I'm just trying to think. I want them all to be on and or this is light 3 2. So if at 90% they all of these turn on, I would have to do the same thing if I wanted them all turned green again, because I don't have to do like prop L4 C equals C. Man, my fingers are not functioning. If I want color 2, then I want like this times 2. Correct? That should turn that last one green. So then I rinse and repeat this for all the lights. For 3. Do you see a shorter way to do this, Sylvester? A better way? Because this line turns them on, this line turns them all green. Supposedly. Oh, I know why. I don't think I ever set up. You can make shorter names on the buttons. Yes, but I will get lost. And also it's 2U. But I could do like PL3, I suppose, and that would get rid of some of the characters. Prop light 3, and this is prop light 3 color. So that gets rid of some of it. So here we'll start on this end, and I'll take your advice, because of course you're right. Light 1, prop light 1, color, go away. Prop light 2, prop light 2, that's not a 2, that's a at. Prop light 2 color, that's 3 we did, and you can make prop light 4 and prop light 4 color. Alright, so we take your advice and we shorten all these names down. It gets us more space. And then we assign these. Hey, look at that, they're all green. It's still blinking, but alright, so that gets us one situation. So if we want to do the same thing again, we would do this, but instead of F, we would use T, 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 T. But this one we don't want to turn on. Moron. that's greater than, I don't know, no, I don't want negative. I guess I would just multiply it by 0. See, it's turning on and off because I don't have any. I guess I would control copy. No, I don't need to do that. I can do it on the end of this. Control copy, control V. No. Damn it. I need an if. Because if these ones happen, then I need to just keep looping, right? Or how do I not have it constantly overwrite each set? This is where an if comes in. So this is what I was thinking. Well, so like here. P is greater than F, go to 1. I need a then in there, huh? And go to 1. Else it's going to continue on. So before, when I turn this down, oh wow. What just happened? So now they're on. Oh shit. I know what I did. These are the colored ones, no? Why did they change colors? Okay. When it's full, they're all green. 75%, or I should say greater than 90%, they're all green. Greater than 75%, these three are green. Greater than 50%, is that what I had? And these two are orange. 25%, this one blinks, but all the other ones are off. Does that make... So, I get the weird... Like, I don't know how these are assigned blinking is the like... Oh, I know why they're blinking. They're turning... Oh, they're blinking because this section is turning them off. I'm just going to probably skip this part, not worry about that really complicated thing, and we'll just use green lights for now. And then, so that way, I'll have to think it through. If we do this again, and change these to this, let's get them all working. So this is assigning them on if it's above 90%. This one's assigning, yeah, I have to multiply this by something to make that a 0. If it's, why are those last ones blinking? Because if I notate, what's the problem? I don't understand why it kicks me out like that when I pause it. But if I just notate these out of service, I'll turn it back on. Line 2. Prop light 4. Okay, let me try your way, just so I can. And I'm gonna notate these just out of. And then if I push this up, so all the way works. That way works. So we're calling that full is greater than 90, less than 90 should be 3. Go to at the end of line 2. That'll make it faster yet. So 71, that should be. Alright, let's just. So at 71%, that's greater than 50, right? What did we put? 90, 75, 50, 25. So at 71%, there should only be 2 on. At 40%, so this light's not working for some reason. Then we go all the way to the end. They all turn off. Or is that just, maybe it is off. Is it on? Maybe the sun? Nope, it's still assigned 1. Yeah, we'll check it. PL3, PL3C, blink. Wait, it doesn't have a. So PL3 name looks good. PL4, PL3, PL2, they've all got colons, they all have the right letter. This up here is assigned right. 90%, 75, 50, and 25. Alright, and then these have the same. PL3, PL4, PL2, PL1. I see a bunch more people have arrived. Hello. We're playing around with some. Yeah, debugging is fun. Alright, so 4 works. Under 90, greater than 75 should be 3 lights. Under 75 should be 2 lights. Should be 2 lights. Greater than I don't know, let's go 0.7 and see if that makes a difference. Yeah, I didn't think it would. Well, now it says it's 0. I wonder if there was a space after that. I wonder if there was a space after that. Nope. Oh, there it went. I had put it 0.7. Yeah, now it's working. There must have been a space in the field name. So 78% it's on, 71% it's off. All right. So that'd work. Let me think. Let me try something. Oh, because I want him to change. Let's see, PL 4C is equal to no, I'm not going to think that through. All right, we'll leave it like this for now. That's what I wanted to do the same thing with, that was the gas. So I'm going to name this, I'm going to just turn this into prop. Oh, what am I typing? That does that. Oh, when I select this, I can't just type over it. You have to delete it. You can't just overwrite it. That drives me bonanza. All right, I want to do the same thing with fuel, but I want to put, let me put that down there. I think I'm going to keep working on that because I would like it to, hold on, we need one more thing. Colors would be the same. Even changing colors though? Oh, I gotta put fake prop back in there. That wasn't gonna work anyways. Come on, fingers. See, they're always color 1, or they're off. So this just because this is a 0 to 1, if I want them to change colors as they descend, so they go from green to orange to red, it'll just take a little more. It'll probably take some if statements, because if this and this and this, then else, you have to do something else. So right here, let's say it's at 75. Let's see. I'll have to pause this, otherwise it's going to keep changing it. So I'll, oh, come on, you're an idiot. Why doesn't that let me re-enter that screen when I push that button? Pause. Okay. So let's change these. These should all be green and all on at 90%. At 75%, you with me? 100% they're all green and all on. At 75%, they're all green, and we're in this situation. as it drops below some level. Right. So greater than 90%, they're all green and they're all on. Once it's between 75 and 90%, this one turns off, they stay green. Between 50 and 75%, it looks like this, and they're orange just like they are now. Below 50%, it looks like this, and then below 25%, this turns red and blinks. That was the plan. I just think that's going to take a lot more than anybody wants to watch me struggle through. This currently works, except they're orange. Oh, it's frozen. I do not understand. But if we push play, it works. The color part doesn't work yet, but that's okay. So, all right. Oh, what to do next? This is where I always get the color part plays work because it changes color of lights that turn off. Yeah, it's probably just going to take a bunch of if statements to kind of lay out each situation and reassign all four lights on, off, and to the colors that I want, which will just take a bunch of finagling. And hopefully it'll probably take an entire chip worth of coding. All right, so the other thing I'd like to do is, I'm not going to do iSand right now, just because I can't do that. What am I going to do? I don't want to have to make you guys stand here and stare at me while I fly for hours to go get Cootonium, or while I I figure out YOLO. So the other thing we can do is I wanted to put a few, let me build a few station parts, no, station modules. Bastium, Trodium, Vocarium, 1 tour for crates? What do you mean? Bastium, Trodium, and Vocarium, 1 hour for crates? I don't know what you're saying, bud. I need the other bench. Oh, it's already there. Oh, get a little further away. Let's make... So you can have more crates on your ship. I see, right. And the YOLO kicks you out because your mouse pointer is outside the YOLO chip frame. Isn't there a setting with the YOLO chips about how it's when it focuses? I remember seeing a setting that's had something about focusing on the YOLO chips. Where is that? Gameplay, tutorial, tool options. Nope. Actions, no. I could have swore I saw something that said what it focuses on when, like it zooms in when focusing on YOLO chips. My camera. No, that's just graphics. Or enlarging chip on your full screen, and you have it on, but there's a button that gives your mouse pointer in first person. Oh yeah, like, it's because, is it because I'm choosing it with my fingers instead of this way? I see what it is. So it's when I have, so I get myself kicked out, and then when I'm using my fingers, it doesn't work. But if I switch to the, see? I sort of understand. That seems weird, but I do. So if I open it with this instead, why don't we put the real values in here? Max. It's a new bug that comes. Yeah, I don't know. It was just, it had to do with whenever I would pause, right, it would kick me out. But if I use the, so it had to do with, so yeah, when I would pause the script, it for some reason backs you out of it. And if you're using your fingers, it doesn't work. So that's crazy. It's a weird one for sure. All right, now that doesn't do anything anymore, but our prop is sitting good. That's battery power. I was really hoping to update the generators, but that's my own doing. If you move it, then it'll work. No, they're just not the color. Oh yeah, I guess I do have something in there. Get out of the seat. What I'm gonna do here is 2 times. It's 2 because I think it'll be faster than changing all of the, and then put go to 1 here and get rid of this line completely. Now they should be green when we go back. Okay. And the color portion isn't working yet, but the fullness indication is. All right. I was going to, where did I lose my station? I was going right at it, up there. I do have a speedometer right there. Why? I'm going to stick a couple of the these guys up here. It's just the speedometer from the actual device. I'm not fast. When it's empty, that thing goes pretty fast. I think it does 140 empty, 143 or something. But I'm not fast because I'm afraid to slam into things. I want to build a little platform here to at least put benches on. You're not going to snap. the problem. Okay, there we go. Yes, I would like to add all of that. Um, but like I said, I'm just getting started. I just mounted those. I haven't even put iSand in yet. I just mounted those. And as there's no, I just learned rangefinders, so there's no rangefinders really on this for asteroids. There's a strip there I could strap on rangefinders, but there's none on the edges at all. There's room for some there, and I would need to mount many more. I just have not figured out exactly. I don't want to necessarily leave the ship this exact shape. I'd like to add a little more interest to it than just being a rectangle. But uh, one thing at a time. One thing at a time. All right. It's currently sitting at 96 crates. My hope is to get it to 100. I just haven't decided where those last 4 crates go. Right. I don't like the green wall either, but it's really kind of the nature of the beast. There isn't a way around the green wall at this point. At least not any way that I know. I don't think they'll float off, will it? Oh, they will float off. How awesome. I have to be in the other build mode, I think. Awesome. Snapping is weird with stations. Yeah, all your ships are basically boxes. Mine have always been that way, and I wanted to do something different. I know I look like you're watching someone that's completely helpless. I'm not. I'm just trying to play in a very different way is my than is my natural way to play. I'm not trying to min-max. I'm not trying to hurry my way to end game, and I'm not trying to get rich. So that's the whole reason I'm this far out, and I'm in here with a ship that doesn't have anything in it. So the point is to do it the hard way. Come out here and live as much out here in the middle of nowhere as possible, and build a station and ships, and kind of struggle my way through it one thing at a time. I too struggle with the design aspect of making them aesthetically pleasing. Like, my first instinct is just to strap 140 millimeter plates all over everything, and just call it a day. But I didn't want to do that. This ship in particular is by Egomaniac, and it's just a ship that's meant to be a platform for upgrading. So it had a good set of bones to it, so I wanted to see what I could do. And now that I'm out here, the struggle is real. I've got materials, and for me, it's not so much that like I also have to try to make it a little bit entertaining, try to do different things and not so monotonous, because Starbase can be flying from asteroid to asteroid, or flying hours on end to get to the next. Yeah, all the transponders are off. The only thing that's on is an origin station. So that's the point. It's going to be hard, and I really appreciate the help, like with when you're helping me code. That I would have done it very, very differently. I guarantee I could have gotten it to work, but it would have been very different than just one line of code. And it still probably will be me and a bunch of if statements making those do what I want. But it's that's the struggle. The other thing I need to do is put a floor in here, get rid of these tanks, and the ship needs bigger propellant tanks. Did I upgrade propellant tanks? Yes, I can build bigger prop tanks. Right. And a lot of people do that. I was my first probably year of playing this, which was I probably played a year, and I quit months and months and months ago and came back. And I didn't want to play the same way because it would have just been me making money to buy more ships to make more money. So my original way was to just mine as efficiently and as much as possible, and buy the next bigger ship, and then try to build a capital ship and do that stuff. And I want to do it differently this time. And I want to do it outside of the SSC, the Station Ship Creator, the Starbase Ship Creator, which has many, many drawbacks. But we're going to do it. I'm trying to decide on what to do. I need to add more propellant. The ship does not have much in the way of propellant. It only has 10 million propellant. But I don't want to just wedge propellant on the inside of the ship, so I've been thinking about putting some propellant tanks up here and then making an arch over them. That's kind of this way. So let me play around with that a little bit. And if I make it a little taller, there will be some more room for thrusters in the end. If I keep the propellant tanks forward and I give room to plate them on the inside. So first thing I'm going to do is this tool. We're going to take these down. Because I almost didn't make it out here with the propellant that I had. I didn't bring nearly enough ice, but I did make it. So I think if I you can craft and refuel in space anywhere. Yes, but I didn't have the ice, and I was in the middle of zone 2, which doesn't have ice. I shouldn't say I had a little bit of ice, but I did not have a lot extra, and there was no ice to be had. Yeah, so the ship had, by the numbers, it had enough fuel to get out here. But being that it has no asteroid avoidance, and I didn't really have a set destination other than I wanted to be on this edge between 2 and 3, it wasn't a straight line. So there was a lot of wasted fuel meandering around, dodging clouds and things. So I did fill on the way, but I was running out of ice reserves. And I knew there wasn't going to be cherodium out here. So the ship was mostly full of cherodium in order for me to not have to go back to the safe zone or to zone 5. But I think zone 5 or zone 4 is really where I have to. I think it has to be zone 5, right? Coatonium is what I need, and is that only in zone 5? So I might be stuck with T1 T1 generators for a while until I can make that trip. The other problem is you can't mess with your ship inside the station building zone. It kind of screws everything up. You have to creep outside of the build area for the station. Even if build mode's turned off, it automatically turns on when you put something in your hand. Well, if we could find it in Zone 4, I wouldn't mind doing the legwork to find it, because I could bring a whole bunch of Carnite back or whatever else is out there and at least make the trip worthwhile. Will you put that away? Thank you. Alright, let's see if we can use those parts we just took off to make a little bit of an arch. Nope. I'm not far enough away. It still thinks I'm... It's still trying to do... It's still trying to make me build the station and not the ship. That has to be far enough away. I think Zone 4 is probably another 300 kilometers out. So not an impossible distance for sure. 6. Nope, see, it's still trying to... There we go. Where is it? I can't see where we lined up. Alright, so let's bring you up here. See. I think it's going to have to go higher than that. So, do we have any... The problem is not the distance, but flying in the correct direction. Right. Right. I will have to put ISAN in before I go. For sure. I mean, I guess I could technically use these 2 points, but I could use my station and the origin to keep me going in the right direction. But I would put at least ISAN mono in place before I took off. Let's try a 96. Let's see if that gets us up high enough. I would like it to be more round than that, but what can we do to make it a little more round and go up? Have to use smaller H, not that. They're angled beams, corner beams, intersections, specials. Here we go. Let's try one of those and see what happens. Special beams are really special. I think I have to build a few of those and see how it works. We got is number 7. Yeah, that's a little better. We'll see how it works. Might be ugly as sin before it's all over. Being attractive at the end of this is not guaranteed. Alright, 2, 3, and then we'll need one more for luck. That's definitely round, but I don't think that's the round I was going for. I think it needs to be. We need to. That's too tight of an arc. So I wish you could select a bunch of stuff and move it all at once. I suppose if I weld these together, they'll move, but that doesn't actually get me what I want. Because I kind of want this out to the edge, or damn near out to the edge. Yeah, probably to the edge. So I like that arc. I'm gonna have to add some straights in there somewhere. Straight beams. Number 6. Let's see what we got. No, that's definitely not it. That's too much. Let's try a 48-inch one in there and see if that's any better. I really have no idea what I'm doing, but we're doing it. Anyways. Now I think it's too tall. Alright. I'm not super mad about that. Oh, come on. Why does it always move the last second? Oh, I think that's better. I think that's better. That's more what I was going towards. Alright, 48-inch beams. We need a few more of those. I keep alt-tabbing out of the window for some reason. Oh, of course it's like a half a bar short. But if we move it over one, then it would run between here and there, and that would be okay. Unweld that, but we're going to weld all these back together, and hopefully it's not too heavy to move. We can also play with the height a little bit. I think it's a little taller than I wanted. I kind of like that animation. See? I'm not terribly upset about that if there was a long tube that ran up each side. What do you guys think? If we keep this arc, we run it all the way up and somehow taper it towards the front, but Runs most of the way up here before it ends. And I'd like to put more of a nose on it, move the cockpit forward somehow, or put a secondary cockpit in front of it. I'm not sure yet, though. That's so far. What do you think about that arc? Is that too much? Any suggestions? Let's, how far up is that? So if I got to put a leg underneath this, how much? Not 96. Got some 72. The ship has a durability error. No way. How do you fit on this side, but don't fit on that side? One, two. Do I have a longer beam in there somewhere? One of these is not like the others. $48. $48. What? How are we 12 inches lower on one side than the other? Something's different. Oh, I know what it is. They're directional. I didn't catch that they were directional. That's gonna make a difference. That'll make a difference. A little, maybe. Why are you not rotating? What are you rotating around? There we go. I need a 36-inch beam to make this work. Let's take you, put you up there. we have to move these closer together just a tiny bit. Please tell me that works. See, this is what'll get me about this game. What? Are you mounted like that over here? No, straight on there. There's something out of whack. You're right, special beams are special. You would think that things like this would line up. It's going to be just a tiny bit off. Oh, snapping's no longer a thing. Right. Everything is snapped together. Yeah, it's a bit of a irksome thing. All right. There we go. I guess it's not a breaking thing, but it's like it's still gonna weld just fine, and it's gonna hold just fine, and it's gonna look just fine. But that 3/8 of an inch it's gonna bug me. So just rinse and repeat a whole bunch of times. No, I can't. I wish I could select all and repeat. So let's see, what did we use here? 90, 72. That's what we used. 72. Inventory. This one is 72. Damage. Scenario, what are you talking about? Yeah, I know it'd have to be in Ship Designer. Doesn't mean I can't wish, right? So let's see. Needs. We all wish. There used to be there is an old movie. It's called Grumpy Old Men, and the line was, "You can wish in one hand and shit in the other, and see which one fills up first." .36s and 82 by 40 centimeters. I want to make sure I get the right ones. Angle, nope, special beams. 82 by, so I'm going to make 20 of those. U7. So I probably don't need them every. I think I can get away with this distance. Well, I guess that all depends on plates. We're gonna try for every other. So that's 288 centimeters maybe. Alright, we're going to do 3 for just now and see how it goes. Does anybody else have anything going on exciting this afternoon? Fun stuff in your future now that EOSCon is over? Which way do I have to do it? I have to pay attention. The long side goes this way. Alright, weld these guys in place. EOSCon is over, and I need to sort my brain and go sleep for a few days. Now, did you hang around EOSCon like constantly for those 3 days? To answer questions and whatnot? Give tours? 48s. Oh, nope. Near 24/7 online. That's a bit much. Did you at least sell some ships? Let's do this. I don't need any 36s. Oh, I do need one 36. I need one 36-inch speeds, 38 and 72. So you sold a few ships and lots of lots of small stuff in your general shop. That's awesome. Yeah, I'm going to tell people to use your general shop. I never knew that was a thing until you showed it to me. I just need you to deliver. That's all. Did anybody else have ships at the EOSCon or just freelancer damage? Nope, not inventory. 5. Which one is the long direction? This way. Did you have any ships at EOSCon, Sylvester? Were you selling anything there? Or showing, I guess, more than selling? You said you make your own ships? Alright, we're getting there. This is actually going a little faster than I expected. Nah, you just watching what others made? There was some pretty crazy stuff there. Did you have a favorite? think everybody should have a favorite. Maybe the epilepsy airplane? Or the rocking horse? The rocking horse was cool. The Gundam, I saw that a little bit. That was cool. I think I'd seen that once before, though. Alright, now let's see. That's going to be number 8, and then they're not going to fit together, right? Wait a second. Those shouldn't fit together if the... I don't know what's going on. But maybe if we have a fix for it. So, are these all lined up? Alright, well these are okay. They're not screwed up like this front one is. Let's take the center piece out. Yeah, some of the detail was just mind-blowing. Alright, so we're going to put you up there. Snap you back into place. Snap you into place. That's the long way, the long way, the long way. So there was a... Remember I was whining about there being a weird connection here? I just... It's not there anymore. I don't know where the weird connection came from or went, but it's gone. Somebody should really bolt these things together. They're unsafe if the beams are just going to come apart. Alright. I'm not super disappointed with that. Yeah, Angel Wings is insane. The the detail on Angel Wings is crazy. The only thing about Angel Wings is a lot of those, they're so tightly built that God forbid anything ever breaks. Because do you know who won Best of Video? I'm guessing my German here. You're supposed to be teaching me scenario. What does that say? The top beam does? That's what I thought. It would be weird here, but it's not. It's not weird here, and it's not weird here. That's 100% what I was thinking is that I just moved the weirdness from here to up there, but it's not. I was 100% expecting there to be a weird connection somewhere, but I don't see it if there is one. It's the top beam. It's just shorter, but you don't see it. Oh, I see. These are they're shoved together here. I see. It's overlapped. Well, I'll take that over an obvious one. I'll I'll take a little over. I see it there. It went together so nicely that I didn't even notice the. That's what you're talking about. If you don't want plating on it, plating. Are you saying when I try to plate it, it's going to be all screwed up? Because it's not exactly the right width? I imagine plating corners like this is already a pain in the ass. Excuse me. Well, we'll burn that bridge when we come to it. Let's try to get symmetrical first. I wish you really could make asymmetric ships in this game, but I have yet to see an asymmetric ship that really functioned well. Yeah, well, yeah, because you have to balance the weight one side to the other, front to back. I mean, I don't know how well it does at balancing. I can't even mix oars and get a ship to fly straight. They'll often pull one way. If you've got the way the ships fill oars, it'll often put it out of balance and you have to deal with it. I can't imagine trying to build a very asymmetric ship and letting the flight computer sort it out. So it's the long way up. Yeah, I think even if you're going to make something asymmetrical, it's probably easiest to just work on getting the center of thrust and center of mass organized. Did you watch Damage's EOSCon video? We watched it on here yesterday. It really is a cool video. Special beams. These ones. I only need, what, 2 more for this, right? 1, 2. No. Make 10. Be done. Here's a question. Do radiators have to be outside of the ship, or do they still function if they're inside the ship? And does the game even know the difference between inside and outside of the ship? No, until they fix it. So you could put them inside if you wanted. Soon. I kind of would like them to determine what is inside the ship versus outside the ship, because I'd like you to be able to do stuff in the ship while you're in flight. So like different rules apply while you're inside the ship. Like God forbid you could change fuel rods while you're on the go. Take one out, but as soon as you take it out, the thing like flies off. I understand that that's kind of how physics works, but it'd be nice to do something while in flight. Oh yeah, I learned the lesson of not changing rods in flight. That's how you send rods into space behind your ship, or they explode. I assume on the moon they just fall to the ground through your ship. Yeah, they'll rattle around until the physics doesn't know what to do with them, and then they'll spit them out. Yeah, I've been on the receiving end of that one. I had a ship that even when the rods were in just fine, you had to like bolt them in place because they would come out even though anything you could do, they looked just fine, but they weren't. Yeah, I always bolt rods now. I, I bolt them into the racks, I bolt them into the generators. Do these need doubles? No. All right. I'm actually thinking I like that. I mean, it's a little early to tell, but that is a better. We're doing something. You lost 300 rods like all at once? Like they just rattled around and left? Yeah, I'm thinking I can run the propellant tanks here along this edge here. I don't have larges yet. I do know how to build mediums, which will make well, let's just build a couple and see how we can fit them. They want to be free. Yeah, I know there was a ship that I had that you would put them in and they would snap in place just fine. It would allow you to put them down, but they weren't really in place. And when I started moving, you would hear them clanging around back there. So you had to stop, like pick each of them up and put it back down. And that was such a pain in the ass. So I just started nailing everything down. That's the medium. Oh, I can't do mediums because I need the meter upgrade. It's bullshit. Can I build rangefinders? Come on, tell me if I could build rangefinders. The cables upgrade. Cables upgrade. Cables upgrade. That thing. No? That was cables upgrade. It's that one. So crafting benches. I could build that one. They blew up the ship. Yeah, that's that not cool. Certainly not cool. Where does it go on here? Snap on this table or the tool table? It's got to be this one. Okay, then I can build a few rangefinders. That way I can at least gives you an idea of what's in front of you. So I'm trying to think what I was doing. I completely had a brain injury there. Lots of rangefinders. How many slots do we have in the front? 7. 5, 6, 7. And we have a couple of slots there. 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay. 8, 9, 10, 11. Oh yeah, this is really working out well. All right, now we at least got a couple that I can see the edges of the ship and the direction that we're going. We will need a button. Let's do this. That one in the middle's, I like that one. All right, button. Oh, it's sideways. Alright, we're just naming these to see if they work. Being too quiet, sorry, that takes all my... Of course. Oh yeah. The value on that I didn't change. So let's see. Rangefinder search length. Let's do this. You change them all at once. One of these isn't working. Oh, that's a start. That's a start. Alright. Alright, so we got rangefinders now. We got some hoops. I can't build prop tanks because quotonium, which I can use a bunch of smaller tanks because this thing needs more fuel. So small tanks is what we've got. Small tanks is what we use. So let's add some prop tanks. Oh yeah, that's the social window, not the build window. What do you need PF for? Pathfinding? That's for AAS. Yeah, I just named them all the same thing so I could turn them on and off. The old Wrathfinder. I actually need, and I'm gonna need 10 of those. So that and that. Alright, so where can we pipe them? Oh yeah, we can pipe them right. Is there any on this side? No. Oh, to see the size, yeah. Yeah, no, I've got two here that will show me the width of it, and the rest of it's just guessing. But I agree, they need to be there. I was just utilizing the hard points that were already in position so I can at least have an idea. Yeah, we are not to an asteroid avoidance system yet. We are solely just having some idea of where we're going. All right. It's on this side. Is there one on this side? There is. Okay. So what is the best way to mount these tanks? Can you put them next to each other and still catch the beam? Awesome. Right. Yeah, I'm still gonna have to go super slow on my way back, so this is just it's an improvement to what I flew out here with, which is really what I was after. Yes, they can both catch that beam. Prop tanks need both front and back, don't they? You can't just get away with one, can you? I've seen them. I know I've seen them used with just one. Yeah. Do I just need to double bolt them? I guess it just needs an extra bolt. Because these aren't going to be permanent. That I only need these to last until I can get that stupid upgrade. I'm sure that kills the ship strength. Yeah. Yeah, it's gonna kill the old ship durability strength factor, but I'm not gonna spend a ton of time putting them in if I'm just gonna take them back out. But I definitely need more fuel if I'm gonna do this trip, because last time I was cutting it close. So this will serve this purpose for now. Oh, I hate the fact that I have to put it down for it to behave properly. All right, one. All right, now we pipe, which I had all the piping tools and stuff put away. You go over here. Pipe tool. Cable tool. Oh, you stay. All right, so I only need the pipe tool. All right, that's 3, 4. How do I make you go away? I'm not determined how I shut this thing off. There we go. I know I have to double click it again. I just don't know where to make the tool stop trying to spread its pipe everywhere. I know if I right click, it always seems to delete the pipe that I just put there. This seems to be it. You just gotta move it up into there a little bit. 9 viewers. Who has arrived? Say hello. That way we can figure out who you are and who all's here. If you're new, please say hello in the chat so we can recognize that you're here. And if there's anything you would like to suggest, please do. I am not an expert player by any stretch of the term. And I'm just sorting this out as we go. So if I haven't said hello, hello. If you've showed up in the last little while, feel free to introduce yourself and leave some comments and some suggestions, and I'd love to hear from you. At this point, I'm just trying to get some propellant in the ship, which technically should put me, yep, at double the propellant. I could take these tanks out probably, though I used those ones as a way to refill. I can take these 2 tanks out, but you know what? I'm not doing it. They're fine where they are. It gives me 20 million propellant. I've got lots of fuel rods, right? I think I have, do I have 4 emptied or I don't remember if I've refilled them. Full. Oh, yeah, you can tell I refilled them because the, the fuel rods are sideways. All right, I have to put a floor in here. I'm tired of, so let's figure out what plates go across here, and then what plates can I make that'll, see, I'm not to learn the decorative plates yet. Is that where like the floor plates and stuff are? Or are there floor plates? All I have is base, oh, decorative plates. I do have some decorative plates. Thin floor panel. Floor mat. How big is that? 144. Yeah, let's make one and see what we get. So There's obviously no beams there for this, but is that what he's got going on here? It's just these floor plates? He looks like he has smaller ones. He's got smaller ones there. This is just a bigger one, but it doesn't have the beams underneath it, so we are going to need some beams. Inventory. I don't have any long beams made. 100. Oh, there's a couple. Alright, let's see how this floor plate welds in, and if I need to move those beams left or right. Floor plates bolt, they don't weld. I keep referencing the wrong thing. So, there. If I do that, then this one gets unweldered. Snap over one. Of course. Of course. Is that about where it was? Yeah, that looks lined up. There. 2. Alright. So this will work if I just continue this down. What's this, a 96 maybe? We're gonna, I probably already had one of those. Whatever. Nope, not 96. 72 maybe? 72 centimeter? Or am I gonna have to do a bunch of little pieces? Yep, little pieces. So it's between 72 and 96. So let's see. I have some 48s already in the inventory. 48 and 36. 5 and 6. Let's try that. Yeah, that looks like that's what's supposed to happen. Enter 6. You know you want to go there. Come on. You can do it. Yeah. All right. Look, we got a floor plate in. That's an improvement. We're going to unweld this and move it over to line up with this one. Awesome. Left. There we go. You there. Oh yeah, we got this. We're on the roll. What are we looking at? This is it's a long one, 384 and 72. So we need to build a 384. Nope, that's not it. 384. And 72. And then we should be able to put it right. That's not 384. 192. I'm an idiot. Utter idiot. I even took the effort to look it up, and then I apparently just didn't look at what it said. Sometimes you see what you want to see. All right. What number is this? 5. You weld. Ooh. All right, so let's see. We're gonna need 1, 2, at least 4 of those. And those are under plates. Nope, decorative plates. 1, 2, 3. It's number 4. Yeah, I should have bolted that one down, huh? Where'd it go? That's funny. Oh, that's funny. Oh, that's not what I want to do. That's just awful. The auto bolt's like a drunk person did it. Just terrible. 4. Come on, you can do it. Yeah, good enough. Maybe this next one will snap in place like it's supposed to. Yeah. Alright, now I can at least walk back through there. Look at that. Now, here's a question. Oh, I gotcha. This one eventually lined up, but that's alright. Yeah, I should have left the beams sticking out. But I eventually want to move this entire rigmarole here, because it's just not in a great place. But here's a question. How, I know there's stairs. Is it just a stack of like square blocks? I've seen stairs. How do you make stairs? Is there a thing called a stairs? No, so there's no actual stairs. But I've seen people do stairs, and that's usually a stack of blocks bolted together. It's a stack of something anyways. That is a beveled plate. Just plates, thick plates. The easiest way are 25 by 24 beams and floor mats, 48 by 24. Oh, so you put the beams down, you weld the beams down, and then plate stairs over them. That makes sense. See? This is why I have you guys. And floor mats were up here. Use 24 by 48 floor mats. So that's like a stair tread, and you use the beams as the risers. I understood. Beams. Let's make a couple of these. Don't think I'll need that many, but... And I have nowhere to bolt them to or weld them to anyways. 12 by 24 plates. And no beams, but they're hard to bolt. I got you. You have to like... And you can probably do that in the ship creator, but in here, I guess, I mean, I can just use my jetpack, so I could just cover this gap and put more flooring down here. That's probably the easiest thing to do, is to cover this. Is that a... What is going on here? Oh, that's an elbow. Oh, that's to have these to weld together, so you can weld that on there. Yeah, I'm just considering how I'm gonna... For now, I just want to put a floor in here. That's probably the space for a big... They make big plates. But, what is this, 192 and 72. Clear. 192. 264. So that's not a normal plate size, I don't think. Big flat plate. 96. 72. 192. 144. 432 by 432. 60 by 60. 72 by 72. So I will have to break that up somehow. Alright, let's go back to my other floor plates. So they all match. Decorative plates. Let's build a couple of these and see where I need to put beams. And then we'll figure out how stairs go afterwards. H number 4. Oh, just shot up there. I split this like this. Do these so they don't move on me. Then I'll have to put a beam up the middle, but that's not a big deal. Put this side on. I'll put the beam in from the bottom. Yeah, so if I run a beam up the middle there, and then I'll figure out what I'm going to do for stairs. Am I the same on both sides? I suppose. Alright, beam 192 and 72 beams. 192. Each inventory we have some 72s, I believe. Yep, we got one of those, and you can build the same plates in small too. Yeah, I saw there were some other sizes to that, so yeah. 6. Put this guy right on that seam. Nope. 6. And these plates hold easy with 2 bolts. Oh, you mean just on the edges? I wouldn't have to put a beam there? No need for more beams. Well, they're in now, bud. Google Translate was too slow. No, thank you. I appreciate the... So I could probably... They make some smaller ones, like you said. Now I'm going to try and figure out stairs to see what I can do with stairs there. Or do I really even need stairs? If I just do decorative plates across the front of this and fill all these gaps, I'll be so much better than... Because I think eventually I'm going to drop this down. This is... I don't like this gap where there's no space. But maybe that's... Alright, let's see. Fuel chambers were good. I'm going to build some more of those. Let me think my way through this decorative plate. 4, because I want to fill this. Oh, that pipe is in the way. That pipe is in the way, so you can't put a floor plate there. But we could do something different. That's a 36-inch beam. That's a 96-inch beam. All right, 3. Let's... F. F. Oh, it's got those bolts in it. That's a 24. That would have probably been a better option. Alright, take this guy out. Oh, that's a... Oh no, I have to do it here. What is this? 192. Yeah, I gotta put that all back together. Awesome. I need that, and... Where did I... Oh, they're here. It's like, where did these go? Okay, so this has to go back in place. This. Gotta put that back together. It's not what I did. I did the wrong thing. That can't be a 36. That's 48. 36. And a 4. Of course, this stupid. And a 6. Two. Turn on the bolt gun. Bolt, bolt, bolt. Put you back down in play. So in order to get rid of these pipes, we're gonna get rid of the cables. And then the piping. In order for that to work, we need to... Alright. We need to unbolt this and this. And then where is these on the end here, because I want to take up this beam, but not the plate. Oh, it's still in place. Is there something underneath it? There's something bolted into it. There's a plate here. No? I don't see any reason why. Oh, this is bolted into it. Two, that's the problem. These two bolts. Just remind me to put those back on. Something. Oh, there's one. Something else. Alright, that one. Okay. Now I need... How do we want to do this? We have a... Let's use a longer one than that. Let's use this. F5. Alright, snap into place. You know you want to go down in there. There's that. And now we need a 24. I know this part. This part I'm familiar with. I need a 24 corner. Put that in there. Come on. Oh, yep, there. And then we need, ooh, I don't know, a 96 maybe? Maybe a 96 centimeter one? If not, it'll be a 96 and 24. Excellent. Now weld all that crap in place. Yep, just like that. Now I need a devices. This thing. That goes on here. That'll power the... Why aren't you going to go on? now. What we need, just get up here. Get up here for a second. All right, gonna need a 36. Oh, how does that work? If I do 24, yeah, these, I'm gonna have to change these out, otherwise I have to use those stupid little buttons. No, I don't have to change it out. I just have to use different. What do we need? 96 and 24. So 120 long. Right, that's 96 and 24 each. So 120 total. So if we take a 72, we're gonna need a 36 as well for sure. That's our 36. That's our 72. This way. Oh, that's not 36, is it? That's 48. Dang it. All right, 48. There we go. That's what we needed, not the other one. All right, come on. Bolt it down. So 5, 5. So we need another 48 is what we need. 48, inventory, H, number 4. All right. Now we bolt. Now we bolt. Now we grab this thing, put it back where it goes, put that one back. Put that back where it goes. I apparently didn't get that one down in where it was supposed to be. All right. Let's do those up there. And something here needs welded. Yeah. That should be good. Excellent. See, now that should be powered without any cables, because this thing is touching that edge, which means we should be able to put that big plate back on that I wasn't able to use before because the cables were in the way. Look at that. Now I just have to find something to fill that space. All right, we made a little bit of progress here. It's been, I've been streaming for quite a while now, so I'm gonna go take a break and be back, I don't know, some point later on this evening. I really appreciate all you guys paying attention, chiming in, teaching me some stuff. So you guys have a wonderful afternoon, and I will see you later on. Take it easy, guys.